In Castro Valley Sanitary District, we've been composting our food scraps and organics since 2001.
Hey there everyone, welcome to the next episode of CVTV Cooking. Since it's summertime, I thought it would be fun to show you guys 3 easy things to do with peaches this season. So in this 3-parter, the first thing we're going to be doing is a savory preparation with peach, featuring a peach salad with some fried bologna. The second one, we're going to be taking peaches, fan them out, top them with a little sugar, and brulee it to get a really crispy peach brulee on top of some ice cream. Then in the final part of this series, we're going to be using peaches with some basil, muddling them with some bourbon, and making a really nice peach cocktail. First, we're going to be cutting the peaches and taking the skins off. But first, I have to give a shout out to Jessica Baca. These peaches were grown in her backyard, so they're organically grown, full of flavor, and you know, this season we've been getting a lot of off peaches, but these are just right. What we're going to be doing is cutting them North Pole to South Pole, and then taking the pit out. We're putting the peaches skin side down in some boiling water, just enough to get to the side of the peach. We don't want any water on top, otherwise it'll dilute the flavor. And what this will do is actually loosen the skin up so we can take it off and we'll have a skinless peach. So now these peaches just came out of the hot water, and you can see that the skin's loosened up a little, so with your finger you can help coax it off, and you have a skinless peach. So what I got here is some almonds, and we're going to be roasting these in the oven. First I'm going to give them a quick rough chop, just like this, about in half for each almond, and then in a 350-degree oven for about 10 minutes. You're going to start smelling the almonds, and that's when you know that they're exactly done. So next I have our bologna. I have a really nice, thick, artisanal bologna that we get from a Russian store in San Francisco. But if you don't have this, that's completely fine. You could use normal store-bought bologna. And I'm going to cut a nice thick slab right here. And this we're going to be pan-searing with our peaches in a special fashion. And so here I have some aged feta cheese with some garlic and some herbs. And I think the saltiness and cheesiness is really going to help offset the sweetness of the peach. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be seasoning the open side of the peaches where the pit was. And I have a little bit of paprika, cinnamon, and black pepper. And after that, it's going to go right onto this hot pan where I had a little bit of corn oil just to get started. Perfect sizzle. And we're just going to be cooking one side. We want the peaches to still be intact, but to get a really nice crispy sear on that side. And since we're serving this with the bologna on the same plate, we can put them both in the same pan to get that color on. And so after about 30 seconds to 1 minute, we're going to flip the bologna and take the peaches out, because the peaches are just about done. Oh, look at that beautiful color. And these, since they're a little delicate, we might even want to use a spatula. And look at that. Beautifully caramelized. They'll be nice, sweet, and have a really roasted flavor. So now that our nuts are finally done, I smell that fragrance and aroma in the air. So it's time to take them out. And what we'll be doing is putting them into this bowl, and I'll toss in a little bit of butter, and the butter will melt as I keep tossing the nuts. Also a little salt and black pepper. Salt and fresh black pepper. And finally is the salad component of the dish, and we're going to be using some red leaf lettuce, which I already took and chopped up a little bit fine. If you don't want to chop it, you could tear it with your hands, and that'll help keep all the cells intact of the leaves of the lettuce. And also some carrots. So I'm going to begin by peeling the carrot, but you know, I really like these long ribbons that you get from peeling the carrot. So once I get the outside of the carrot off, I'm going to continue peeling, and I will be using these ribbons in the salad. And you could of course do this with any type of vegetable. I like to also do it with parsnips, zucchini sometimes. You could saute that up, but it's also good in a fresh salad. Alright, now to toss the salad, we're going to put in the red leaf lettuce with a little bit of salt, our carrot shreds. I have some vinegar and some garlic in here. The vinegar helps make the garlic a little less abrasive, a little less spicy. And the vinegar will also add our acid component to the salad. A little black pepper. tiny bit of olive oil. Now the most important tools in the kitchen are a chef's hands. So feel free to get in there, feel around, and this way you get all the dressing on each part of the salad. And done. So I'm just using a slate plate, and this will help make the presentation very rustic, very earthy, and this way we can fan out all the ingredients in a straight line. Make it really fancy, but really easy, because as you saw, none of the steps or any of the ingredients we used were really that expensive or that labor intensive. So first we're going to start off with one of our peaches at the very side. And against the peach we can lean one of the pieces of our feta. Next to that we could go with a little bit of our salad. We'll try to put our salad into 2 portions. Then let's do the other peach. And against this peach we can put our beautiful fried bologna. A little bit more salad on this end, right on top of the bologna. And then finally finish it off with our delicious nuts in front of the salad, where the guest will be receiving it. And there you go. This way it's a really interactive, fun salad, and instead of having everything tossed together, you can actually go through the dish, taste each component, mix and match by yourself, and figure out what you like the most versus what you don't like as much.
In Castro Valley Sanitary District, we've been composting our food scraps and organics since 2001.